Oh boy, welcome to another Mickey's Roundtable adventure where we explore everything Disney, one themed adventure at a time. The theme for this adventure, of course, Mickey Mouse. I headed over to Epcot for Mickey's 96th birthday, November 18th, 2024. I did some hidden Mickey hunting. You're not going to want to miss this exciting Mickey's Roundtable adventure. November 18th, 1928, Mickey Mouse debuted in his very first cartoon, Steamboat Willie. Now, it was actually the second Mickey Mouse cartoon to be produced. The first one was Plain Crazy. Now, Plain Crazy and Steamboat Willie were produced as silent cartoons. Subsequently, sound was added to them after the success of the movie The Jazz Singer. So that's why I chose the date that I did to go on my adventure, Mickey's birthday, and Minnie's as well. Don't forget Minnie. Why did I choose Epcot? Well, so here's the story as I understand it. When they built Epcot, they wanted it to be less Disney, less cartoony, etc. And so the Imagineers came up with the idea of inserting little hidden Mickey Mouse shaped figures in various artwork and in stonework and various things. And eventually they were hidden and nobody knew about them. And then somebody let it slip that, hey, here's a hidden Mickey, there's a hidden Mickey. And eventually word spread and now it's a thing. So not only was Epcot the birthplace of hidden Mickeys, as I understand the story, but it was also the first place that I got a picture with Mickey Mouse. That's my picture with me with Mickey Mouse in 1988 in front of the America Adventure Pavilion there at World Showcase at Epcot. So I headed over to Epcot, and before I did any hidden Mickey hunting, I decided I was going to get a picture with the mouse himself. And so I put on my best suit and headed on over there. I Disney bounded as Mickey Mouse. I've never done this before. It doesn't look too bad, I don't think. It is their new building for housing the character meet and greet, and it's, I don't even remember what it's called. The building is where the Communicore West building was, and it's a shame they tore that down because they're basically using their new building for the same thing that they were using the old building for, at least at the end, except it's not as good. You could wait inside for a character meet and greet before. Now you wait outside, and you get to meet Mickey Mouse there along with Minnie Mouse. And when I was there, it was Pluto. And it was fun because I was dressed the way that I was. They were very excited that I was there and got some great photos out of it. And then after meeting Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto, I headed out to do some hidden Mickey hunting. I had some help. So this is a book that I got a few years ago. It is Walt Disney World's Hidden Mickeys and Hidden Surprises, a field guide to Walt Disney World's best kept secrets. It's a few years old. It's 2022. It's now 2024. So some things were not quite right because they do like to change things. So what constitutes a hidden Mickey? It's anything that kind of looks like Mickey Mouse. Generally, it's the Mickey shape like my table here. They're not always very well or hidden at all, but they're something that's incorporated into the landscaping or something that it seems natural. What is not a hidden Mickey? They'll be like the manhole covers, and they'll have the Mickey shape on there. That, to me, is not a hidden Mickey. A little kid might see it and say, oh, there we go. I'll see other books or guides on YouTube and anywhere where there's 3 circles or a bunch of circles. And oh, there's a hidden Mickey, and it's not clearly a Mickey shape. In the China Pavilion, I've seen several YouTube videos where they say, oh, the lily pads form hidden Mickeys. No, they're just random things, and you must be smoking pixie dust if you're seeing Mickeys out there. Those aren't hidden Mickeys. They're not intentional. They're not designed as part of the aesthetic of the area and the art and the architecture and all of that. so I don't count those. Mickey bars, Mickey pretzels, Mickey any kind of food shape. Yeah, I'd say those count because, hey, who doesn't love a Mickey bar, right? So before I got underway too far, I got something to eat over at the Connections Eatery. I had the American Classic Burger because, Mickey's an American classic. That's brand new. If you want to see what the Communicore West was like, it was identical to the Communicore East building. And they just basically gutted it and repurposed it as a restaurant. And then there's what was formerly Mouse Gear is now the Creations Shop. I don't understand the name of that, but they're so new. They're not in my book, and I wasn't sure if there was any hidden Mickeys in there. There's a great big, really beautiful mural in the Connections Eatery. Didn't see anything there. In the store, I asked, and the cast members didn't really know of any hidden Mickeys. There's big murals there as well. I wouldn't count those as hidden Mickeys, but certainly Mickey themed. I did find one on my own in Club Cool, the Coca-Cola store there. It was bubbles, but there was definitely a Mickey shape. So then I headed over to Guardians of the Galaxy, another new attraction, not in the book. Or was it? No, I think that is in the book. I don't think there's anything outside. I asked a cast member there as well. They weren't aware of anything outside, and I kind of didn't want to stand in line. And Guardians of the Galaxy, I can't do that roller coaster. It makes me feel ill and queasy, and kind of passed on Guardians of the Galaxy as well. I'm not off to a very good start, am I? Mission Space, I headed into the queue, and according to the book, there's like a mission control area, and it described a couple of different hidden Mickeys in there, and I couldn't find anything there either. But when you exit the ride, and you can go in from the outside too, which is what I did, in the gift shop, I found a couple of different hidden Mickeys in the artwork behind the counter there, where you check out, where you purchase your goods and your souvenirs and everything. The 3 rocket engines on the spaceship form supposedly a hidden Mickey. The other was on the ground just in front of the boots for Minnie and Mickey. So I found my first 2 hidden Mickeys there at Mission Space in the gift shop. Right next door to Mission Space is Test Track, and that's currently undergoing refurbishment, so couldn't even get in there, even if there was a hidden Mickey right there. All right. Yeah, this is really not a very good start to this video, is it? From there, I did head on over into the World Showcase, and the first country is Mexico. The book describes, so when you're in the Mexico Pavilion inside, and there's the restaurant, and there's the pyramid, and next to the pyramid there is a volcano, and it's spewing out smoke and gas and whatnot. According to the book, you'll see hidden Mickeys form as the smoke goes up. I did not see it this time, although I have been there before, and actually I think I got video of it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it for this particular video because it's buried in with all my other old clips. But I have seen it. There are hidden Mickeys in there that do appear, and I saw it with my own eyes. Otherwise, like the anywhere where there's bubbles or circles and it's a hidden Mickey. This one I think actually is. I don't think anybody's smoking anything. I did ride the ride as well. Wanted to get a closer look at that volcano. And then there's a couple of hidden Mickeys described in the book, and the line wasn't very long. I didn't see anything on the ride, but they're probably in there. Next was the Norway Pavilion. I didn't want to ride Frozen after there was a big line. But the exit to the meet and greet for Anna and Elsa, you go in there, and I asked a cast member there is a decorative wall hanging. The metalwork forms kind of a little hidden Mickey. And they also pointed out there was a hidden troll in there as well, and that might be a nod to the Maelstrom ride that used to be where Frozen Ever After is now. So a couple of things, one a Mickey and one a troll. There are other Easter eggs and hidden references throughout Disney property. It's not just hidden Mickeys, but again, for this video, because it was Mickey's birthday, I focused on the hidden Mickeys. From there, it was on to China. Let's see if we can, let me see if I can find it in here. This one I pre-scouted. Oh, see now, but that's, oh, here we go. Classic Mickey-shaped flowers are sculpted on the bases of several decorative light posts on the outside front of the pavilion. And I had scouted that one out previously, so I knew where it was and went right to it. All right, Germany. This is another one that I kind of pre-scouted and knew where it was. When you're looking at the Germany pavilion, there's the sculpture of the knight on the horse, St. George, I believe it is. And on the right-hand side, above the, on the side of the building, there are 3 knights. In the crown of the figure on the left-hand side is a hidden Mickey. Italy. So when you're walking into the Italy pavilion, on the right-hand side, there's a fountain. And I believe that's based on the Trevi Fountain in Rome. Just to the left of the statues that are there in that fountain, in the rock work, there is a hidden Mickey shape. That one's a very cool one because it's very definitely a hidden Mickey, but you really have to be looking for it to find it. Next was the American Adventure. I had pre-scouted this one as well, but in the lobby, before you go in to see the American Adventure show, there's artwork in there, and it will be rotated out occasionally, periodically. Currently, they have an exhibit, Portraits of Courage, which is artwork paintings by former President George W. Bush of American servicemen and women, veterans. And so that was the art display that was there when I was there doing my Hidden Mickey hunt. So all of the references to paintings that are usually there, those paintings weren't there. But on the one end, there is an exhibit on Native American arts and crafts and culture, and one of the dresses that is there and is described in the book, that's got a hidden Mickey on the back, and so I was able to find that one. Japan, so there's the giant pagoda, and next to it there's like a fish pond. In that pond, no, it's not lily pads. There's a little drain, and incorporated into the top of that drain is a little Mickey shape. You kind of have to look over to the side, and the grass was kind of growing around it, so it was tougher to see than I think it may have been in the past, but it's still quite visible to find that hidden Mickey there as well. Next is Morocco. Morocco is kind of an easy one, kind of an obvious one. As you're walking through the pavilion, kind of a gift shop, and there's the restaurant. On one of the doors for the gift shop, there are metal serving trays, plates, something like that. They are arranged to look like Mickey shape, classic Mickey shape. So that one's kind of an easy one to find. Kind of subtle, but not super obvious. Kind of obvious, but not super obvious. Yeah, I guess that's the way to describe it. Go find it yourself. You'll see what I mean. Or watch the video because I just showed you a clip. Anyway, after Morocco then is the France Pavilion. Again, I didn't want to go on any rides, so I didn't do the Ratatouille ride. I do not know if there's any in there. I don't even know if it's in the book. I didn't even look. Because I did know there is one outside that there's shrubs and it kind of forms like a maze. And it's all decorative. You don't get to walk through it or anything like that. But in the middle, there is a fleur-de-lis, a traditional symbol of France. On top of that, there is a small hidden Mickey. Across the waterway, across the bridge, in the UK pavilion, above one of the entrances to the sports shop, there's a sign with various sports equipment depicted on it that forms a hidden Mickey. Next was the Canadian Pavilion. I headed to the back of the pavilion and the entrance to the Canada Farm-wide Circle Vision 360 movie. I asked the cast member there where the hidden Mickey was or if there were any hidden Mickeys, and found it in the book. So I was looking and said, don't help me, let me find it on my own, and then I couldn't find it, and then so they pointed it out to me. It's on the steps. That one was a fun one to find and a very easy one to find once you saw it. Then the cast member said, hey, there's another one inside here. So they brought me inside, just outside the theater, and it's kind of dark in there, so they pulled out their flashlight. Up in the on the wall, there's some ropes, and they form a hidden Mickey shape as well. So I had made my way all the way around the World Showcase and back to what was formerly known as Future World. It's now World Discovery. No, it's World Nature now. And the first pavilion there is the Imagination Pavilion. That one I did ride on the ride. I didn't find anything outside, and the cast members there, they knew of some things in the queue, but not in the outside area. Anyway, so I rode the ride. It was a short line. A cast member pointed out, not a hidden Mickey, but again, another Easter egg kind of a thing. There's a display case or some shelves and things that you're walking past in the queue, the Imagination Institute, and there is a hidden Buzz. There's a little Buzz Lightyear figurine in there, and so I suppose that counts as a hidden thing, Easter egg, whatnot. But didn't find any hidden Mickeys out there, but in the ride itself, there was one later on in the ride. I was told the last scene of the Journey into Imagination with Figment, there's clouds and things, and I didn't see it, so maybe you can spot it there in the video. From there, then I went into the Land Pavilion. There's a couple of different hidden Mickeys that I pre-scouted outside. I didn't try to find those this time. There's one inside that I knew exactly where it was. So up, hanging in the ceiling, there's giant spheres, globes, there's an Earth, and down along the coast of South America, where the clouds are all swirly, it is a hidden Mickey there. I didn't do this on this visit, but the Living with the Land ride, there's all kinds of hidden Mickeys on that, and maybe I'll include that on a future Hidden Mickeys video if I go to Epcot and do this again. We'll see how well this video performs. Hit that like button. Anyway, from there I went to the Seas Pavilion. Inside the Seas Pavilion, this is one of those, it's a hidden Mickey, but it's not really hidden at all. In the bottom of the aquarium, in the rocks, they form a Mickey shape, and it's like, oh, there it is. It's kind of fun because it's obvious, but kids easily see it, and they don't realize that it's that easy, and they get all excited, and it's fun to watch kids get excited about something that's mundane. Not really mundane, but anyway, you get my point, I think. So I didn't venture into the Moana Journey of Water inspired by Moana. Even though there's probably some in there, it's not in the book, and I didn't feel like it. And what kind of a YouTube channel host am I when I'm that late? Anyway, and I did not go into Spaceship Earth. Didn't really want to ride the ride at that point in the day. It was getting a little bit late for me. And but there are some in there in the ride. Rides are tough because you're moving along, and if you don't see it, it's gone. And even if you do see it, it's like gone pretty quickly. And then to try and film it. So I didn't do Spaceship Earth. I'm sorry. I'll have to cover it on a future video because this video is done with. Like I said just a minute ago, if you like the video, click the like button, watch my other videos. If you like the channel, subscribe to it. And until next time, this has been another Mickey's Roundtable Adventure.